Alright, so tonight we got the New Balance Fuel Cell Impulse. And I'll be honest, when this came in the mail, I was not excited. But as always, I have to give it a fair shot. And so I did for about 4 weeks now. 4 weeks. When did we meet? About 4 weeks ago? Okay. Anyway, so I didn't try last year's version of the Impulse or whatever it was called. This is my first time trying an Impulse shoe. Alright, so starting off with the upper, we got this mesh that is very, very adaptable. I mean, the thing folds over any kind of foot shape. If your foot's wide, if it's narrow, if it's curved, if it's big foot shaped, it will adapt to your foot. Breathability, top notch. The whole thing's breathable. You got ventilation throughout the entire shoe. But with that, I will say this shoe's a little bit unstable with the upper. It almost adapts too well. Where if your foot goes left, the shoe goes left. If you twist right, it's going right. So if you're someone who runs and taking tight turns left and right and doing twisties and all this nonsense, no, not for you, not for you. But if you're someone who's running on the sidewalk, your neighborhood, going straight, gradual turns, you probably won't even notice it. And surprisingly for how adaptable the upper is, the heel counter is pretty secure. I would say it had a lot more support than I expected from a shoe like this. For some reason, a lot of these lightweight fast shoes have no stability in the heel. This one isn't too bad, so definitely a thumbs up for that. It's not too rigid, not too flexible, it's like a good middle. So it has a little give right here, but it's still pretty structured. So I would say pretty good, not the best, but adequate enough for me. As far as heel slippage and all that, didn't really have any of that. Tied the shoe up, it stayed on. No heel slipping, no rubbing, yeah. Okay, so the midsole is where the shoe really shines. So you have the Revlite cushioning system, which is really responsive, really light, it's fast. My favorite speed shoe ever was the Vasi Pace V2, and this shoe reminded me a lot of that shoe. It felt fast, it felt nimble, it felt quick. So New Balance went ahead and added some secret sauce to the recipe. They have the nitrogen infused midsole, and honestly, I don't know what that means, but I know how it feels. And I will say it feels fantastic. That's the only way I can explain it. Some shoes feel responsive. Some shoe feels a little plush. This shoe has a little give right here in the midfoot, and right when you take your step and you bounce off, it's like a nice light spring to your step. It feels wonderful. And like I said, when I first got this shoe, I was just okay, another fast speed shoe. But I will say by far, out of all the things I tried this year in 2018, as far as speed shoes, this might be, I don't want to say it, but it might be it. So I believe this shoe has a 6mm drop, which means it's a pretty modest drop. It's not anything too high, it's not crazy low. It's right in the middle where most people will be okay with it. And so the way the midsole's set up, this shoe really rewards a midfoot strike. So when you're coming through your stride and you land midfoot, the way it responds, it just bounces you forward. But if you're someone who heel strikes mostly, you really won't get that sensation. You really won't get that full effect of that push off. Oh my gosh! Is that a bug? Is that a bug? It's a flying roach. Oh, hell no. Oh, you won't get that full effect of that push off. Oh my gosh! Is that a bug? Is that a bug? It's a flying roach.
Oh, hell no. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, it's Jamison Michael. So it's Jami. Is that a motor scooter?
Yeah.
Nice. Cool. All right, cool. Appreciate it. Dang. Okay. Now where was I? So yeah, if you heel strike, not the best, but if you midfoot strike, it's butter. All day, every day, even on the weekends. The outsole here is pretty modest. You got rubber throughout the midfoot. So like I said, I think this shoe is meant for a midfoot striker because the rubber is mostly in that midfoot area and not so much in that heel area, but just enough in the heel to where if you're kind of rolling outwards, it's gonna catch you. So just going off how the shoe feels and how it rides, I would say this shoe is the anti-stability shoe. If you're someone who has a very neutral stride, you might love this shoe. If you run midfoot, you will love this shoe. So overall, the shoe feels light, fast, speedy, snappy, responsive. I would say for me it would be a fast day shoe, a race day shoe, maybe a tempo day shoe. I wouldn't go long with it. I wouldn't do my long run training with it. For those that can, go for it. I'm not one of them. But yeah, like I said, I was not expecting to like this shoe. I just wasn't. And I really did. So with that said, I guess you could say it's Jamison approved. Right here. There you go. So I don't have the weight and everything memorized, so I'm gonna just leave it right here for you guys. Just right there. All right. You got it? You got it? Are we good? All right, cool. So yeah, those are my thoughts on this shoe. Short, I know, but to the point. For those who want to try it out, I will leave a link down below to Running Warehouse. If you guys want the shoe, it helps me out. And just so you know, I'm not like paid or sponsored to say like the shoe's good or bad, because trust me, there's some shoes that are bad and I make it pretty clear that I think it's bad. But this one's actually pretty good, surprisingly. It's 120, so a little high, I would say. If it was 100, I think that'd be a nice sweet spot, but you know, everything's expensive nowadays. But yeah, subscribe to the channel. Links down below for my Instagram. You know, follow me on Jamison Runs. And if you have any questions or any concerns or any thoughts about the shoe, let me know down below in the comment section. And I will see you guys in the next one. Later.